today as far as taking new residency requirements for driver license and identification cards. And when a new applicant coming in, even like a teen driver, is coming in, uh, even though he may not have a permanent residence, the parents that are signing for him will have to provide that documentation
Okay.
and verify that for the child, even identification card. If it's an adult, then we're going to ask for these documents for a first time applicant coming in for the driver license or identification card. So that's the basis of that, just to provide that they do live in the state of Texas.
Okay. And it says that only 30 days of residency have to be proven, correct?
Right. Yeah, that they have to have lived here in the last 30 days prior to their application.
Okay.
So that's when we're going to need verification that they are.
Okay. And now why have the new requirements been implemented? What's the reason for the policy change?
This is something the legislatures brought into play, and there's several acts and actions that have played. So that may be something you might want to get in contact with, like Senator Duncan and stuff, how they came up with this. We're just the enforcement part of it, so we're just enforcing what their requirements from them coming down and what they've passed from a bill into law. So this is basically what's required now for first-time applicants.
Okay.
Okay.
And so the new processes they bring in now, do they need how many types of proofs of residency do they need?
Two or more
Two or more?
documents, right?
Okay.
And they can be originals or copies of documents. The only thing that they won't accept in the driver license, as far as copies are concerned, would be birth certificates, social security cards, voter registration cards. Those type of government documents need to be original documentation.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Phone bills, mortgage titles, things to that effect.
Credit card bills,
Yeah,
things like
credit
that.
card bills. Any other things that may be listed on there, those may be copies of that, and then they'll determine whether or not that's acceptable here.
Okay.
But again, if your reader's not sure of what's required, then they may want to call the office first and say, I've got this document, I've got this document. Would that be good enough for me to come in and apply for my license or my ID card? And they'll say yes or no. So
Okay.
that way, to expedite them coming in and saying, okay, these aren't valid, turn around and have to leave the office. That'll give them at least a little bit more time to say, okay, this is what I was told was acceptable, and now, this may not be acceptable. So, uh, be be patient, because the driver license office is very busy,
Mm-hmm.
and so the clientele needs to be patient, and we'll try to work with them as quickly as possible and get them in and out as quickly as possible. So,
And have you seen a big influx of people today?
yes, and we've had to turn a lot of folks away today because today's the first day. Uh, Hopefully, with your readers and publicizing it with the news media and as well as in the paper, that we can get this information out and expedite the folks out there, that they will come in with the proper documentation before they come in and say, okay, you can't. Because again, this is first time applicants. Now, if they're coming in for renewals, to update information on their driver's license, a duplicate, that's not required on those folks. What's required on the first time applicants,
Okay.
first time coming in for a driver license or ID card. So I need to stress that it's for the first time buyer. Okay.
Right.
So we want to make sure that first time applicant has all the documentation to prove residency.
Excellent.
Okay.
I was going to ask you about that
Sure.
because, for example, I have a driver's license
Yeah.
from my address in Abilene. It
Yeah.
would just be a matter of bringing in the driver's
Right.
license.
Renew it online. That's all you would have to do as
Okay.
far as a person that already has an ID or a Texas driver's license in their possession at this time. You can do it online. It's
Okay.
very simple, easy, and quick. So it saves you the work of having to come over here and do it, unless you want a new picture for some reason. Those things can be worked out. But again, you come into the office, all you'd be required is bring your driver license, social security card, and just walk in. You should be able to walk in.
What about for out of state applicants?
If they're out of state and they have a valid driver's license from that out of state, then all we would need is the two documentations to show that they're a resident of Texas now
Okay.
at this time. Okay, so basically their driver license is good. We're going to help them with that, but we still need two documents verifying the residency within Texas.
Excellent. All right. Well, then I think that's all we need.
Cool.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you.
Great.